Hey, what up, everybody? It's your boy Darnell.
Ain't Osiris.
Hey, I want to welcome you.
I don't know why you changing my voice like that, man. It's okay.
Hey, I want to welcome you guys to another episode, man. Real men talking that real talk, man. Just about what men deal with, the men's perspective on different things. Don't get mad at it. Just appreciate two men talking. Today, we got a special guest in the building, man. State your name.
Yes, we do.
My name is Michelle.
But what do you go by?
I go by Diamond.
Diamond. Just mind your business.
Yes.
She's a diamond. It's rough.
Right.
It takes a lot of pressure
There you
to handle
go.
her.
Right.
That's right.
You mean that you got, what is it, 32 acres of that bootylicious bubblegum, that Diamond?
I mean, I can be that damn
Oh,
too
come on,
sometimes.
man. What's going on, Miss Diamond? How you feeling?
I'm great.
You
Good to
great?
be here, yes.
I'm excited that you're here, man. Me and Osiris been doing this thing for a minute, man, and we just wanted to bring some different people on, especially females, because they hear about two men with perspective. So I wanted them to hear just a woman's perspective on what we think.
Okay, I'm going to give it to you.
I love it, man. So tell the people who you are, where you come from.
I am Michelle. I come from Chicago.
Chi-town, okay.
South side, over
Already.
east, you know. And I am been here in Arizona for 3 years. I am Ms. Phoneix for the Women of Purpose United States pageant. So yeah, I've been out here in these Arizona streets getting busy. Yeah.
Okay, I like that, man. How'd you get involved in the pageants?
I went to an informational that Simone Davis, she's the pageant director, she was having, and I liked what she was talking about because it's not a beauty pageant, it's about your purpose and the work that you're doing in the community. So I just wanted to be a part of it.
Okay, well, I had the honor and privilege of getting to know Miss, I don't want to call her Diamond, so Miss Michelle, she's going to be a part of the rodeo, Black Rodeo here in September in Phoenix, Arizona, so I want y'all to come out and check her out, man. But,
please do.
You know, we're super excited about that, man. Osiris, what's going on with you, man?
It's been a rough night, man.
I see, man.
Yeah.
Y'all pray for my brother, you know what I mean?
I just got a new whip and got a little bit fender bender.
But it's gonna pay off though.
It's gonna pay out.
And you're here, you're alive.
Come on,
that's all that matters.
You know what I'm saying? Your voice still deep. And if y'all missed it, he had me go get him, right? And I don't know if y'all seen the picture, but the brother dark. And so I'm trying to find this dude like a needle in a haystack, right?
Chocolate.
No, he was on the
Under
corner
spotlight.
and I still could not see him. I said, brother, where are you at? You know what I'm saying? Smile, open your eyes real quick.
I ain't got time for the day.
But we excited to my brother as well. We praise God for that, man. So these past couple sessions that we've been having during this podcast, we've been talking about what's some of the topics we
like taking kindness for weakness, insecurities both for males and females. Self-love is one of them. Communication.
Yeah.
This relationship's not communicating what they want. We also talked about, just in general, how does a man communicate in his relationship? You know, when is he really talking to his female about what's going on with him? And does he trust her enough to even open up like that?
Okay. So, everybody done got me and Osiris's, you done got our perspective, right? So we have Miss Michelle right here, man.
Yes.
You talk to us, man. What's the biggest thing in a relationship that you look for?
Communication.
Okay.
You have to be able to communicate with me. I like to talk. I like to, I want to know what you're thinking. I want to know what's going on with you. I want to be able to tell you about what's going on with me. I want to be open, so communication is key. Communication and comprehension. So let's say that. So.
Okay, so break down that second one for me from your perspective.
Because you can talk to people till you're blue in the face, but if they're not understanding what you're trying to get across, you're talking to a wall. So you got to be able to communicate and comprehend what the person is trying to tell you.
So can we make it clear that it's on both hands?
Yes.
It's not just men?
It's not just men. The woman has to be able to communicate and comprehend as well. Yes.
Okay. Do you feel like women don't comprehend a lot of what's going on with a man?
No, I don't feel like that.
How do you feel from a woman's perspective?
I feel like we do try to understand what y'all are going through. I feel like men don't open up enough and communicate enough to us what's going on with them. A lot of men hold things to themselves because they feel like they're the man. They're not supposed to feel weak or vulnerable or tell you things. So
a lot of men communicate through nonverbal. So like the woman has to do is they comprehend when they see their man going through that. A lot of times they expect the man to be vocal like they are.
But if you're going through something and I see that you're going through something and I'm trying to communicate with you and talk to you and help you with what you're going through, you have to talk to me.
Yeah, sometimes, how can I put this? I'm gonna talk about myself.
Okay.
When I'm going through something, at the time I'm going through, it might not be the time for me to communicate verbally.
And that's fine.
At the time, you need to know, okay, I know they're going through something, and eventually he will open up and let me know. So that takes time and understanding who your man is. See, a lot of times we want it the way we want it and not the way it's supposed to be given. So if we were to be able to communicate both understanding each other nonverbal as well as verbal, you will understand he ain't gonna talk to me today. Once he figured it out in his head, he gonna let me know. But see, as most women that I've met, not that all women, the ones I've met, they want it when they want it. They want you to open up because you're going through, I can help you, I can be there for you, I can support you. And we get that. But we're not ready to communicate that at that point. And then y'all get frustrated.
Well, if you're telling us, I'm not ready to communicate or talk about this situation right now, but we're going to revisit it and actually revisit it, then that's fine. But the thing is, people say, well, I don't want to talk about it right now, and then it never gets revisited. It just gets brushed away or you just move on from something. That's where problems come in.
Okay. Maybe at that time, for speaking on just on my behalf, I'm not speaking on all general men. Sometimes we have to trust that you can handle it.
If I'm your partner, you're supposed to be able to trust me, right?
We trust you. We trust you, but we don't. It's like some men have a thing where I can trust that you're gonna got my back and you're gonna be there. But sometimes the stuff I'm going through, I don't know if you can handle what I go through. And at that time, it's like, I don't want to put you through something I feel that you can't handle. Yeah, we can be partners, but I don't know how much I can trust you because a lot of times when a man who doesn't trust as much has probably trusted someone before and they couldn't deal with it.
But that's your issue, not mine.
It's not yours, but you have to understand it's my issue.
But if you're my partner, but no, because if you're my partner, you're supposed to be able to put your weight on me and I'm supposed to be able to put it on you. So if you can't trust me to put that burden on me and for me to help you with that, then we shouldn't be together.
It takes a lot for someone to open up like that.
Then that means you still at the beginning stages of something. Then at that point, talking about like
you're talking about.
You're in a relationship, or this is us. We doing this thing. Then yeah.
So you talking about like we've already been together for a couple of years.
It don't take you that long to figure out. I feel like if you're saying this is the person I'm with, and you claim this person is this is my spouse, my mate, or whatever, you should be able to be open with that person and with anything. That's just how I feel. I'm not speaking for all women because some women might not feel like that, but that's just me. Personally, I feel like if we're on that level, I should be able to come to you with anything, you should be able to come with me with anything, and we should be able to work together and help each other out through everything. Like,
can I ask you this though? Help me with this. Are you expecting that man to do that, or are you helping that man do that? Because one thing that women, I'm not gonna say all, but one thing that a lot of women fail to realize is that as a man, nobody taught us how to express ourselves. Nobody taught us how to lay out our emotions. People taught us opposite. A man don't cry. You gotta be tough, hold your chest out, this and that and other. Nobody really, there's not a lot of men that was taught how to deal with their emotional side or how to express love or how to express this or how to express that. So you can't get mad at him because he doesn't know how to do something that you're expecting him to know how to do.
No, I'm not saying that. So, okay, if we've been together for a while, I can obviously see that you don't know how to express yourself properly. Okay. But if I'm trying to help you learn how to, you have to be open to that. You can't keep saying, well, I wasn't taught this or I wasn't raised this way. Okay, you're grown. Get it together.
It's like giving a kid a toy he found something new. And now we have a ding ding bell in our conversation.
No, it's because, now it's like, it's not a combative thing, but it's a good combo going on now because, it's a perspective of, how old are you?
Old enough.
Right? You don't ask a
Can
woman.
you just be, but where does it say that I
I'll
can't?
be 21 next week.
Okay,
No, I'm
now
just
you lying.
21,
I will
I'm
be
20.
44 next week.
Okay, be proud of that age.
I am.
Jeez. But I'm just playing. But again, this is the perspective of somebody in your generation saying that if you guys are in a relationship and y'all in this long-term relationship, then he should be open to allowing you to help him with that.
Yes.
So let me ask you this. If you, from the age of 5 all the way to your age now, have learned to do something a certain way, and then all of a sudden now you have to relearn how to do something, how long do you think that's going to take to relearn something?
I mean, it's going to take a while, but if you keep going and keep trying, you'll get it. You can't just...
But you can't expect that person to get it.
I'm not saying overnight. I'm not saying it's
I'm not
gonna
even
happen
saying over a month.
overnight.
I'm not saying, because with me, I had to learn how to protect myself. So anytime there was an argument that happened between me and my wife because of my past situation, my instance is to shut down because I don't want to argue. So I had to learn not to do that. Now again, I'm practicing, right? And I'm not perfect, but I'm practicing not doing it. I'm practicing being open. We had a on one of the podcasts. It was about getting going, like, not going at people, but being more open with people, right? Not combative, but letting people know, like, yo, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like what you're doing, da 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 da.
I'll communicate to you.
Right. And so it's the fact that I don't like people running all over me. Right. But my problem is I don't speak up. That's the word I'm looking for. So you can't expect that man to speak up right away, not even in the first year of a relationship, not even because you're getting to know who that person is.
Right.
So what I think right now is it's 2 levels. See, you and I, we're speaking off of in the beginning. She's speaking off after I've been with you a while to understand that this is a relationship. We're together.
Right.
It's not like the beginning stage, the honeymoon, what we call the honeymoon stage. She's saying, all right, we've been together long enough to know each other and to know how to talk to each other, how to communicate. And if you can't do it at that point in time in that part of the relationship, at that time in the relationship, then there's a problem. There's communication. I get that. So let me ask you this question, because this goes down to the love language. What is your love language?
My love language is affection.
So you're physical and communicative. Okay. So that explains why when you were saying what you were saying is because at that point we already passed the stage of getting to know each other. Right. We should already at this point, there's no time limit what that's supposed to be, but we should already passed it. Right. And now if you're going through something, I already have your back. Just talk to me and we'll work through it together. Right. I don't expect anybody that I'm just entering something with to be there for me like I would somebody that I've been with for a few years or whatever. In the beginning of relationships, it's totally different. Like you said, you're in the honeymoon stage. Everything's all fun and lovey-dovey and young cloud. Right. Everybody's not being their real self, Right. So, of course. But once we're in that, again, you're my person, I'm your person, this is us, then yeah. I'm there to help you. You're there to help me. If not, why are we together?
But let me ask you this, because so let me ask you this: Can we get a little personal?
Okay, go ahead.
A little personal, right? So me and you had a little conversation, because I was getting to know who she was before she jumped on here. Let me.
Let you up.
Go ahead.
Let's get it out.
So, did you expect that from your past relationship?
Did I expect
that individual or because You were married before, right?
I was.
All right. And what was the age difference between you and your husband?
13 years.
So did you expect him to know how to do that?
In the beginning?
In the beginning?
No.
Did you expect him how to know how to do that in the middle?
Yes.
Did he do it?
Somewhat.
Why'd you expect him to know how to do that even in the middle stage?
Because we had got to a point where, well, when we were together like every day, all day.
Mm-hmm.
So we, in our relationship, moved quickly. So as, you know, as fast as it progressed, I felt like, yeah, he should know certain things about me. He should know. And he did. He did, actually. So, because we were together so much.
So, it was 13 years, him older than you or you older than him?
I knew you were finna ask that one.
You saw me sit over there.
I know. That's what I'm like. I was older than him.
I don't understand what's going on right now.
So you're saying that he was,
Lord Jesus.
you were older.
We got ready for the real world. Come
Right.
I just want to know, you know.
Doesn't matter how old you are.
Never really mattered too much to me.
I can't with y'all.
That you was too what?
Just too damn old for me.
Man, look, that's my. Why you robbing the cradle? I just want to know that. You know what I'm saying?
He was grown.
Why you robbing the cradle? Nah, I'm just playing.
Okay, let's look at this. I'm sorry. Math is simple. It makes sense to me.
It does.
13 years.
Yes.
You from
I am.
and 13 years from that.
Yeah.
Okay. Is how much?
It doesn't matter right now. We're not together.
So let's see. So how long y'all been separated?
We have been apart for a little over a year now.
So the reason why I ask this question is because a lot of times they say men don't really develop, you know, emotionally, mentally, and all that. And again, I believe it on some aspects, and some aspects I don't, because again, women, I've seen that a lot of women don't develop to that level, neither until like a certain age. And that's true.
I will say that when you look at me and him, when you look at our relationship and the age difference, yes, there was things that I was further advanced. Of course, I'm 13 years older than him. There are things I was further advanced than, and he did have a lot of maturing to do. I will give you that.
Okay.
You know, yes.
But did you have a lot of maturing to do as well?
I did have some maturing to do.
Okay.
I did.
So
you know?
this is where I'm at. Lord help me with this. That you can't expect. Again, going back to the other show we did, expectations within relationships, right? Because again, we had a podcast talking about expectations and what are people's expectations.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying at some point in time in that relationship, your expectation is you should be able to open up to me.
Yeah.
And I should be able to open up to you.
Yeah.
But again, if that individual, and again, I'm not making no excuses for anybody, right? Because on some ways you are right, and on other ways you just there's this man just didn't know how to, so he was still learning, but he was practicing it. But the expectation from you was he had to know how to do this because we were together.
I don't. Okay, let me not say had to. You don't have to. My thing is, if you're, like you said, he was trying. If I'm all about somebody trying, but when you stop trying, that's the problem.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not saying you have to know it at this certain stage in our relationship or have it down pat at this, but a trying person is, try.
Right. And I get that. I think it's right. If they're trying, then there's no sense in calling it quits because they haven't gotten it yet.
Right.
As long as they're trying to get it, then it means that it just takes them a little longer.
Exactly.
And I get that. How can I put this? I just think that a lot of people get to a point where they think, okay, we've been through this before. Mm-hmm. You should get this by now. And I've talked to you about it. We've had conversations about it. And you still not getting it. Even though, I see you trying, but you're just not getting it. And at that point, we have to look at like, maybe you and I maybe not gonna be able to make it.
Right.
Maybe we're not compatible.
We're not, because what I'm asking for
seems to be too much.
is too much for you.
Yeah.
And that's sensible. I mean, I get it. And we need to be very open from the get-go.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this before, is like, you know, like we said, people have their representatives. It's the honeymoon stage. As I gotten older, I fired my representative. So I tell people straight up who I am and how I am in the very beginning, because I don't want to waste your time, and darn sure ain't gonna waste mine for you to figure out who I am.
Right.
So what I do is I tell you who I am. I don't understand why he has this radio going on right now. The man is the DJ in the middle of my podcast. We're now listening to Donnell Jones.
But I'm with it.
You know,
He went back old school.
you know what I'm saying? It's just some things that men need to say.
Left my baby girl a
That's their message.
be coming home. Never be alone.
Because he confused.
Why you doing man wrong? Let me just ask that. Why you do this man wrong?
No, don't let
I
me.
do this wrong. I did.
And I one thing I don't. One thing. I don't want her to feel like she getting attacked by two men.
No, you good.
I don't.
No, but real talk, I mean, that's the thing. Like, this is why I love having a lady on the show, because you get the perspective of a lady, right? A mature, seasoned lady, right? That's lived 44 years.
Stop saying that.
All right, he's trying to make it seem like I'm
Because you keep throwing it out there.
right.
You live.
Don't you dare.
You live a good life.
I did.
Yes, you live a good life.
But you ain't got to keep putting that out there.
Are you ashamed?
I'm not, but you don't have to keep putting that out there. How old are you?
I'm 36.
Okay, so that's great.
You know what I'm saying? My bad. Diamond.
I
Look, all of a
hope
sudden,
you make it to 44.
Diamond. Dang.
I'm just
Was that a threat?
That was a promise, I tell you that. That was a promise. I heard her crack her neck and her knuckle at the same
Now,
time.
see, there you go.
I'm straight Secret Service
it's
all
like,
day.
Going back to what we were saying, I got to bring them back. I got to will them back in, folks. So when, like I said, being open in the beginning, it's easier. It's harder for some people because they don't know how to just say that, oh, I'm going to be myself when I meet you. I'd rather be myself in the very beginning. Either I'm going to be an asshole, I'm going to be humble, I'm going to be nice, I'm going to be arrogant. You're going to see all those traits, and you have the decision.
Right.
You can make that decision quickly, like, well, okay, I can deal with that. Or, nope, we're not going to go down that route. But that's best for both of us, because at the end of the day, we can waste our time being fake. And then all of a sudden, we're like, I want the person I was dealing with in the beginning. Well, that was the fake me. Now you're dealing with the real me, but you don't like the real me. I'd rather you either like the real me in the beginning or don't like the real me in the beginning. Because that way, there's going to probably be somebody else that will deal with it. Vice versa.
Yeah.
I might not like the real you. Because, it is what it is. A lot of times, people be trying to force stuff to happen because either they're alone or they want to be with somebody. I don't need nobody. I just want somebody who wants to spend time.
I feel that.
Who wants to communicate, who wants to talk. Ain't about we gotta be mad in a deep relationship, because that just come with time. But if you enjoy my company and I enjoy your company, that's all that matters.
I think at the beginning of it, man, as you guys get to know each other, I think you should lay the expectations out. You know what I mean? Because if I was back in the date scene and I'm wanting to date somebody, I'm like, okay, what's your expectations? Just like if I'm going to a job, I'm gonna say, what's your expectations for the position? What's your expectations? Well, I want this, and you have women that have the too high of expectations. Oh, I need a man to make 100,000. Do you make 100,000?
What's with you with this 100,000?
I'm just telling
bringing
you.
this up in every podcast.
Because I've heard women say this. It's like, do you make 100,000? No, so stop expecting me to make what you ain't got. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, it's like, we getting to know each other. We're building, we're growing, we're learning each other. And if it gets serious, okay, cool. But at least I know at the beginning what the expectations are. So,
Right.
Women and men, if we're very honest with each other, those flaws don't mean too much to people.
Right.
And a lot of times, the person's hiding their flaws because they want the person to like them.
Right.
And no one goes in like, I don't want you to like me. It's like, I want you to like everything about me, so that way if you see my flaws, then you won't go.
Right.
But it's like, I want you to like me,
so, right,
for even my flaws and my positive side. Because if you see that and you're like, oh, that's nothing, we can work through that. I've had worse.
True.
Okay, let's go through this, work with. Because I might think it's bad because that's my insecurity. Where to you like, no,
That's not
I can have
right,
that.
right.
And that go vice versa with the man. What you? Oh, please, come on, girl. That ain't nothing. We can work through that simple thing. That's where that communication piece comes in. And like my love language is physical and mental.
Okay.
So first you got to be on a level of intelligence to even deal with me. Second, you gotta be physical. So I can love one, but that might make you a friend. But like we can be physical, but then that's only gonna just be physical. It ain't gonna be no relationship because after we be physical, I can't talk to you. But if I could talk to you, but I can't be physical with you, then it's not gonna be nothing else. I need both.
Right.
Because a lot of times we ask for certain things. Oh, I want her to be this way. I want her to be that way. But at the same time, I'm gonna be that way. I'm gonna be this way. Going back to the communication that you said you want in the beginning, you need that up front. That person needs to also have that same type of style.
Yeah.
But you need to also understand that women and men, you guys need to also understand that you're dealing with another human being.
Yeah.
Another human being that has a past. Another human being that deals with, that is probably still dealing with some issues, and another human being that has faults.
But
right?
okay, everybody has a past, everybody has faults, everybody has issues, but you can't bring your past, your issues and faults to something new. I don't think that's fair.
No, it's not. But here's the thing: what if that person does, and just they didn't know how to deal with it the right way?
I think you need to fix yourself before you.
See,
No, because no, seriously, you can't answer. Okay, why am I gonna? If I'm dealing still with issues from my past relationship, why am I jumping into a new one?
I'm not saying you're jumping into one, but I'm saying there's some people, and again, I'm just playing. I won't say devil's advocate, but I'm playing like this middle person right now, where it's like you're getting with a person who's still dealing with issues and circumstances. You're still getting with somebody who's dealing with some stuff, right?
Fix yourself
I
before
understand,
you want to.
But here's the thing: there's people out there that don't know how to fix that. They don't know how to fix it.
I don't think it's that they don't know how to fix it. So
because if you know that you're dealing with issues and stuff and you're not trying to fix them, that's an issue within itself.
No, I'm not saying they're not trying to. I'm saying they don't know how to fix their issues. You know, some people don't.
How old are these people? Because I'm just
again, but again, let's go back to it. That's your expectation of what a person should be able to do.
I feel like it's not an expectation. It's more of if I'm okay, I've had issues with my past relationship, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. If I'm still mentally messed up from that relationship or things that that went on, I'm not even ready to pursue something else to bring that into a new situation. That's not fair to that person, the new person. So I have to get rid of that. So I'm grown. I got to figure it out, whether if I sit in the house and cry or talk to God or get some counseling, you got to get rid of that before you can.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, though, not everybody knows how to. There's people out there that don't know how to do that. Is what I'm saying.